welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Janelle, and I am a 19-year-old nail tech in Tallahassee, Florida. On this channel, I discuss the ins and outs of being a young entrepreneur in the nail world and client stories, tutorials, and so much more. In today's video, I'm going to be starting you guys on a journey of my sister who is now suffering from a nail allergy. So if you'll remember, in the past video that I did, I removed her acrylics because she got them done elsewhere. She has some separation of the nail from the nail bed called ONYCHOLYSIS, and we figured out that was a result of a nail allergy that she was developing because she did her own nails for a long time with gel and gel polish, and she didn't really focus on not getting it on her skin. And over time, with the overfiling and then just kind of the constant contact of the unpure gel on her skin, she began to develop an allergic reaction. So I'm going to start the series of her nail journey to healthy, strong nails. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a natural nail manicure on her, just kind of clean everything up and just doing a normal polish because we don't want to make that allergic reaction worse. So we're just going to stay away from gel for probably the next 3 to 6 months, depending on how long it takes for her to grow that out. And then we can see and kind of assess if gel is something that she will be able to do in the future. Alright, so starting off, I'm going to push back her cuticles. You can use a metal cuticle pusher or an orange wood stick. Either way, I just have a surplus of cuticle sticks, so that's what I use. This is going to be a pretty basic manicure because she is on a healing journey with her nails right now because they are very overfiled and thin, and you'll see here on the thumb she is suffering from onycholysis, which is basically a painless separation of the nail from the nail plate. This can be caused by a number of reasons, but what I've gathered from what she's told me is that the cause of it is an allergic reaction, because she said that when she does her own nails with gel that there is like irritation that she has on her fingertips, like her nails will itch. And I know that she tends to get the gel all over her skin, and she knows that. And she's not very careful with the gel and keeping it off the skin and wiping it off when it's time. So now I'm going to put on the cuticle remover, which I just kind of distribute all over the cuticles, try to keep it off the skin as much as possible. But like I was saying with the gel polish, it's something that you have to be very careful about, that you don't know until it's kind of gotten to a stage where it's worse and you're starting to see signs of an allergic reaction, because somebody could be having an allergic reaction long before they actually show any symptoms. So the fact that she now has this separation of the nail from the nail plate on her nail means it's probably been going on for a while. We're just now starting to see signs of it. But it's pretty basic, like what you do whenever you have onycholysis. If it's from like an allergic reaction, you do want to stop using those products that contain that ingredient, which usually is HEMA, and you want to kind of stay away from it and be very careful around that nail, and it'll usually just grow out by itself. Just leave it to reattach, because the new nail will push that old nail forward in about 3 to 6 months. It just depends on the person how long it takes their whole nail turnover to happen. Now I like to go in with my cuticle nippers. I like to get underneath the proximal fold, because something that a lot of people will mistake is the cuticle and the proximal nail fold, or the eponychium, which they're all like 3 different things. And the cuticle is kind of that white protein growth that you see like stuck to the nail plate after I push back that skin on top. And I just kind of like to use the cuticle nippers to kind of clean up the area. Here you can kind of get a closer look at what I'm doing. Sometimes I'll use the cuticle pusher to kind of remove excess stuff that the cuticle remover already kind of did the work for me, if you can tell. Something else that I would like you guys to notice here is this is real time. So I'm going very slow and intentional with the cuticle nippers. You don't want to go quickly because then you can hurt your client. You want to be very intentional with this because, I mean, you're getting really close and you just don't want to hurt your client. Another thing is, something that I've noticed is I've used different cuticle nippers in the past, and I always prefer the cuticle nippers that have one spring as opposed to two. I'll insert a picture of what the cuticle nippers I am using look like, because it really makes a big difference with your control and then the tension that it puts on your hand. I feel like whenever I have the one spring, I'm able to really control what I'm doing a lot better than with the two springs, because the two springs is always putting your hand in a constant state of tension because it's pushing against your hands, where it doesn't do that as much with the kind of cuticle nipper that I'm talking about. And you'll notice here that I am going underneath, and I'm not really clipping on top, but more kind of getting the cuticle on the bottom and just kind of gently taking it away. It's very important that you don't use too much pressure because you don't want to scratch the natural nail plate. Now I'm going in with my nail buffer, just kind of smoothing everything out, and you can kind of still see on some nails little bits of the acrylic that we were removing last week, and just kind of getting everything a little bit smooth. But we definitely don't want to overdo it because, as I said, her nails are very thin and over-filed, so you do not want to put too much pressure on or file unnecessarily. Now we are going to shape the nails. She wanted something soft, round, and that's what we did. For my natural nail manicures, I do include a hand massage, so that's what I'm starting right now. I put some cuticle oil on her cuticles and mixed some essential oils with my lotion that is typically unscented, but she wanted some rose oil. So I did her hand massage on both hands. I didn't include the second one because, you know, it's just a hand massage, so. So now I am going to clean the nails with 100% acetone, getting rid of all of that excess oil and lotion, because if you don't clean them, then it will provide a barrier and make it where your nails are more prone to lifting and chipping and peeling. Since we're just doing that regular polish, we want to start with a very clean, smooth surface. I'm going to go in with the base coat, and this is actually a base coat that I have had since nail school, and it works really well for me. My sister chose this beautiful color from D&D called Hot Raspberry. Another thing when it comes to regular polish is I feel like a lot of people lose practice using it because it is very common to have clients that want gel polish, but I have really used a lot of nail polish since I started at the salon suite that I'm at currently, because a lot of the clientele is older, and I really think that I have gotten a lot better with my polish application. It really brings me back to when I was around 12 and I just only used nail polish because I didn't know gel polish existed. But you just have to work very quickly and very precise, and just be very careful about not getting it on the skin, because when you work with darker colors, it is very difficult to get that off effectively. Like when you're working with reds or navies and dark blues, it's going to want to stain the skin if you get it on the skin and then have to wipe it off with acetone. And last but not least is our top coat. It is so important to use a top coat when it comes to nail polish. Honestly, it's important when it comes to gel polish too, but I cannot express to you how many times I've had people tell me how long, my nail polish lasts on them, but a lot of it has to do with not using a top coat. When you don't use a top coat, it will not last at all. And generally, nail polish doesn't last very long either. It lasts maybe about 2 to 3 days without shipping. But after that, it's kind of free game. If you're doing dishes or something, it might not even last a day. But the ease is being able to take it off and just do something else really quickly. Definitely isn't as much of a hassle as gel is to remove. Not to mention the fact that she is currently in the midst of a nail allergy, so she will be using polish for a while. So I hope you guys will join me on her natural nail journey, because we're going to be tracking the progress of her thumb and how that's looking over the next few months, and just stay tuned for what's to come.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like and subscribe, and if you want to see more videos like this, comment down below.